Hi guys, I'm back for my monthly update, although it's been several months, but honestly, um, yeah, I have no excuse. I've just been extremely lazy. But yeah, here's the update for my character. Currently, we're sitting at 1.29 M, so almost 1.3, but of course, it's not my video if it's not fixed CP. So my actual PvE CP is about 1.27, 1.26 depending on the cards that I use. And here is my stats. So 58k M attack at rest, M damage 577. This is with Genesis, so it's 567. Almost 2.4k ignore M death, and PV damage 9.7. I feel it's a bit low, but I'm not sure about the actual scaling. So So before I go over my entire skill build, I just have to say that I haven't been actively testing out every single thing like I used to last time. So my build might not be the absolute best that I have, that is possible for Warlock. So yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt in this video, but you can feel free to copy if you like. So for skills, I'm just switching between fire and wind. It's just the same normal build that I used to use last time. For my PvP build, I'm not sure if I'm able to share my full skill setup because I got it from a guild member, but yeah, and I didn't ask if it's okay for me to share, so I won't be showing my PvP skill set, but maybe I'll just give other recommendations on what I was using previously. Go through equipments later. Cogwheel, Element Insight Protocol, must have for Warlock. Core Overload, according to my guildie, it's not that good. It reduces your damage quite a lot of times because right now Warlock relies on autocast a lot, which is like the Water Ball and all the costumes proccing spells. So probably trying to get rid of Core Overload now and trying to replace it with what's this, Water Ball Charge for my red Iruma. So Water Ball Charge apparently increases the Water Ball damage even though it really shouldn't, but yeah, so Water Ball Charge increases DPS and Meteor Boost Protocol as well if you're using the Meteor Boost headwear. If you're using the Meteor Storm headwear. So now take a look at my PvE enchants. They're not too high level. I would say they're either average or below average. For most of my equipment, I'm prioritizing on int, ignore MDef, max SP. If none of the above are available, then I will go for luck. For int, I'm pretty sure. For M attack, I'm pretty sure that flat M attack is better than M attack percent for me currently, but I don't have much resources to roll, and I'm thinking just look for the perfect stats once everything is level 60. Right now, I'm just focusing on tearing everything up at a decent pace. So Nebula for PvE. PvE is very easy to build your Nebula. Honestly, you just take whatever because you got so much extra points. But yeah. Sigils for PvE, still using the same. I'll go further in depth for my sigils later. Feathers PvE, everything in attack has day tier 7. And defense is just, I think, all tier 8. So I can get my PvE to do more damage by just tearing up my day, but I'm still working on my PvP set to tier 10. Mount equip, same thing, M damage, PvE, this one doesn't matter, and damage to large. I've maxed out both my dexterity and protector, but I'm not getting them to level 150 because it's very pricey, and I'm getting this sturdy to 149 first before I do all three to level 150, and then I'll work on the strength, because this is PvP ward and I'm not sure how important that is, but yeah, that's the way I'm going to go forward with my mount stats. Nexus engine, all my type E's are now tier 9, so 9, I'm nowhere close to getting even one of them to level 10, but yeah, just slow and steady get my type E from the cat paw wishing caravan. Yeah, so in PvE I'm using M damage, and in PvP of course I'm using PvP damage bonus. Card deck: Minor Prophecy, Major Prophecy, Mark of Golvik. Finally Warlock can stack 15 empower with the auto cast build or the auto proccing build. It's not that consistent if you're in a party by yourself. You can't really hit 15 stacks, or at least you can't maintain 15 stacks consistently. But in a party setting where you have at least one party member using Gethjon deck, it's quite easy to maintain at least 16 to 17. So yeah, so far I'll go over later. Nightingale, PvE, PvP, same thing. 4 Glory of Stars, I finally changed it over, and these extra bonuses, I'm not worrying too much about them. This is just what I rolled currently for the time being. In the future, when everything is level 60, then I will actually go and bother looking for the proper sets and everything. So I haven't even read what all of these do yet. Mount Dragon, I don't have anything else. I don't have the Red Dragon from Baphomet Booty, so Trickstar is currently my best option. Any decks, I am using the Epic set because my Apex are not getting to tier 12 any soon, so I'm not able to unlock the attack set to tier 2, which would be better than this. But for the time being, I'm just doing this and then just resetting it. For a very long time, I was very lazy, so I was just using tier 1 of, I think it's this guy inside, which activates the, yeah, this gives you 0.5 rune coin damage and 0.1.5 resistance, and the additional effect. But the set bonus for this gives you 3 rune coin resistance and 3 rune coin damage, 5p damage, M damage, and 5p M damage reduction. So honestly, I was lazy, but the stats were just too good, so I decided to swap over. But yeah, I'm completely not spending at all on Anima, so whatever you see here is, I believe, is completely attainable as a free-to-play or mid-spender player on Anima. However, I'm definitely have to say that I'm fortunate enough to be in a strong guild where I'm able to get carried to decently high levels of the Anima tower, so your Anima might be slightly lower than mine, but I feel that the Anima rewards from Anima tower isn't that much, but who knows. Apart from that, Research Trove is also a new thing that wasn't here in the last video. So everything's at level 14. Thankfully, once again, I'm fortunate enough to be carried by my party member, who is giving me a ton of bonus stats. So yeah, it's always recommended if you can find a whale to leech off of, but yeah, it's not possible for everyone to do that. For Anima, for Troll, I'm switching my focus. At first 2 weeks I was trying to level up everything, but now that I realized that you know, the lead just gives you the level bonus, I'm currently focusing more on the reset to get the ethics. So this just works like enchants but more expensive. So yeah, I haven't looked too much into exactly what is best in slot for everything, but this is what I'm using for the time being, and yeah, I'll update in the future if I ever, you know, find something that I feel is really good and can share with you guys. So now cards. I don't think there's anything new with cards. I still haven't changed to the cat miner for headwear, which should be better than carrot. This one also the same, just puppet 2, mouthwear, mutant savage babe, PvP is doppelganger puppet, deviling puppet 1, not changing to illusion deviling, steampunk, and summer trend. Weapon, I'm mostly always using red Iruma plus race card. So yeah, red Iruma plus race in PvE. Shield, I generally leave it blank. Can you get max SP? No. Shield, I generally just leave it blank. Armor, Skagoid, Skagoid, 2 Harpy Queens, one of them is not max. Not gonna max this out, or have no intentions of maxing this out, but yeah. Shoes, Windsylph, and Varied. As you can see, I no longer have my Dark Lord. I have fallen prey to Crazy's mind control, and I have banished my Dark Lord to the depths of my card album for 3% M attack. Honestly, it's not that good of a card, and in terms of PvP at 1 star, because it doesn't give you that good stats, whereas if I'm using Moonlight Flower Illusion, I can get this juicy 5% P damage, M damage reduction, which is very good, on top of having more movement speed. But yeah, so RIP Dark Lord, you will be missed. Accessories, everyone's favorite, Aether Wraith, and 1 body, which I feel is completely unnecessary and was a waste of my Nyam berries, but it saved me 4 Aether Wraith cards and it looks cool, so no regrets on body. Next, my statues. I think I'm behind on the mid spenders in terms of my statue progression, because I've been slowing down a lot. Yeah, now 25, 27, 27. I'm working on doing magic and time to level 30, then doing resonance, although I feel that may be a little bit wasteful in terms of my Ash of Delot and the PvP stat maximization, but it's the simplest for me and I don't have to think so much, so that's how I'm gonna go about doing it, everything to 30. Just do one at a time to 30. Majesty, level 13, just leveled up I think yesterday from Elite Sanctum, just doing MA and CT there everyday. Copium for the statue part, yes, brain lag, and yeah, this one just slowly goes up whenever I can. Honestly, no rush for this. I'm definitely not spending any more money on money skill, so yeah, Elite Sanctum will be the only way I'm getting my statue parts if events don't drop them. Statue 2, on the other hand, is more appealing for me to spend on right now. However, I think I'm going to stay away from it because money skill is money skill and me no have money, so it's okay. I just open it for now. If events give it for free, then I'll take. If tournaments give it for free, then I'll take. But if I don't get anything and it doesn't go up, it's not the end of the world. I showed my wind build just now, and this is my fire build, which is the one that I was using in PvP most of the time as well. So it's exactly the same as my wind, just that, yeah, it's just exactly the same as my wind, just you switch over from wind to fire. In reading spellbook, in both wind and fire, I'm using Earth Strain, Comet, 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 and in fire, this is my auto rotation, Crimson Rock, Comet, reading spellbook, and Tetra Vortex. Everything is set to 4. This one doesn't matter. Everything is set to 4, including Tetra Vortex. But my guild members have been saying that Tetra Vortex on 0 is better, but for some reason I've been getting more consistent results on Tetra Vortex 4, and I cannot replicate their success with Tetra Vortex 0, so I'm just leaving it on 4, but the vast majority says that 0 is better, so you don't have to exactly copy what I'm doing. But of course, you can always test for yourself. It may be because my connection is laggy or something, and lag does impact your DPS a significant amount, especially on Warlock and classes that rely on auto proc and casting in general. Actually no, all classes rely on ping, so it might be why I'm getting different results from them, but yeah, I'm just doing what is giving me the best results. So yeah. Another thing is, for reading spellbook on my wind setup, it's the same thing. It'll be Earth Strain, Chain Lightning, Chain Lightning, Chain Lightning. So yeah, the reason I used to use this in PvP is because Chain Lightning must be targeted, whereas Comet, you can kind of stack it and run around and, you know, manually cast, and you don't have to go in the guy's face to use it. Especially in GVG, where there's so many people and there's so much nonsense on the floor, sometimes running face first into the enemy just to click on him is gonna get you killed if you're like me and not very tanky. So sigils in PvE, Netherforce tree, finally, Impale tree, Soul Mark 4, and Choice of Fate 4. Choice of Fate sometimes goes out to Cosmic 2 in terms of when I'm doing Glory Dungeon and dungeons that set your HP to 1, because sometimes you might accidentally commit Sudoku when using Choice of Fate, and that happens. So I tried switching Impale tree to Cosmic 2, to Cosmic 3, and in terms of damage comparison, Impale tree was significantly better. However, once it's tier 4, you want Cosmic 4 over Impale 4. So Impale is just better than Cosmic until tier 4 for Warlock, and I would assume for all 3 magic classes. Warlock, Sorcerer, Solo, Genetic is not a job. Let's not mention Genetic. But yeah, Cosmic is just better when it's tier 4 because of the guaranteed attack. Where is it? When this effect triggers, increase trigger time to 100% for 1 second, and most of the magic class now applies 1,000,000 hits a second. So yeah, Cosmic 4 is the go-to in terms of damage sigil. Netherforce 3 is, honestly, it's unusable in PvP still. It just screws up your SP even faster than Dark Breeze already does, so I don't use it in PvP at all. I need it to be level 4, if not I cannot play DD. I physically cannot play DD. I'm in gold and everyone and their mothers are using Dark Breeze. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to reach level 4 and then I can actually play the game. But honestly, if you have a proper party composition with a magic genetic, or let's say a wanderer that can heal your SP and everything, and you actually position well, you can still play the game. It's just annoying if you're the most tanky person on the party in DD sometimes, because I solo queue and a random GX focuses you with Dark Breeze and you just can't attack. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind Netherforce 4. And yeah, opening all these honestly would be very beneficial for me in PvP. It's a lot of good stats, but my logic behind not opening everything is that if I can't play PvP without Nether Force 4 anyways, what's the point of opening everything and pushing for PvP stats? So yeah, that's why I don't have all these open. But you definitely should open everything. Except for Zephyr, because Zephyr is max HP and who needs max HP? It's 2035. Mount level 80, amazing quality of life changes where we can change cookies to super cookies into cookie in rare cookie into purple cookie into I can't click on this. Cookie into purple cookie into super cookie. Okay, and then you can level it up very fast, and you can even buy super cookie from the mystery shop now. So everything is kind of at 2400. I'm not gonna bother clicking it until it's level 90 or level 100 where it hits to the next tier. And I'm just glad to be nearing the end of my mounts progression. So yeah, Sacred Libra, been really unlucky with it, but here is my stat overview. Same thing, focusing on ignore MDef and PvP stats. For defense, I would think focusing on flat defense stats are the best if you can, and PvP stats of course. For my costumes in PvE, I am using either Signal Ring or this Flaring Crown for Meteor Storm. And when I equip Flaring Crown, I'll obviously equip the Meteor Storm Smeldon. I don't have a definite test on which one does more damage, but yeah, that's just what I'm using. Faceware, Heaven Drive, auto cast Heaven Drive. This one's from Wishing, everyone can get it. Languid Tongue for PvE. For skill damage, this one I'm just using Sunny Leo. I don't think it's the best, I just don't have much options. It's 8% skill damage, so yeah, it's better than the Tome of Snow. It's better than Tome of Snow, but honestly I feel like I don't have any better backwear currently. And yeah, if you got any suggestions for good backwear that is free to play friendly, please let me know, because I don't feel like climbing Sky City again. Costume, Mango Breeze, my go-to always. It's just really good, especially with now where Warlocks hit faster and faster. Yeah, skill damage plus 20 or 25% is just amazing. So yeah. And let me just show my divine stats. Thanos weapon, Master of Magic body, Master of Magic for the whole set. I mean, haven't been lucky enough to get many raids, but I've gotten one raid weapon, so I'm happy. Accessory, I am done with my PvP accessory, and I am using White Water Element Ball for PvE. 2 of them is my other accessory, and both on Sword and Shield. White Water. Yeah. So let's move on to PvP build. So this PvP stats is with Dark Priest Red Iruma. Here's my stat. My stat allocation is the same. Honestly, Dex can go to luck. Dex is not that important. I've just been lazy to change it. Sorry, Dex can go to Vid. But I take Dex because of the tiny a bit of M-Def. So M attack on PvP build definitely significantly lower. 44646. M damage 561. This is with Genesis buff, I believe. Yes, Genesis buff is on. Ignore MDef 2208. Ignore MDef percent 40%. I want these to go up, but honestly I'm lost on how to bring them up other than Secret Libra and costumes. So yeah, they'll go up when I can. PvP damage reduction, raw 16306, PvP damage bonus 15244. PvP stats kind of feel low, but I believe that right now at these type of PvP stats, I should be focusing more on my reduction stats and my M damage in general, because that's what people are building. So if I want to counter them, I should be building the corresponding in order to become tankier or do more damage to them. So yeah. By the way, this P damage, M damage reduction is very low, especially my P def and M def is very low. I think a lot of players are significantly higher than me in these three stats. So yeah, my PvP is not the strongest. I haven't been tweaking much with PvP build because, you know, I don't really play PvP in terms of dimension show and everything, just GVG. But yeah, if you guys see anything wrong with my build, just and don't mind sharing, feel free to let me know and I will adjust my build. Damage, demi-human 115, damage reduction 140, medium is 134, 134, and this should be 148. I think I saw it 148. Okay, PvP cards. Always Illusion Orc Hero. Second card, debatable, can be anything. Devaruchi, can be Marduk, can be Jia, can be whatever you want. Something that just counters the effect. Can even be Puppet Angeling card for anti-bewitch. Faceware, double Goblin Leader. Mouthwear, double Goblin Puppet. Backwear, of course, Deviling. Body, I'm using double Baphomet, but honestly I'm not sure if anything else is better than Baphomet for mid spenders, but that's just what I'm using currently. Weapon, Dark Priest, Red Imp Roma. However, I do not use Dark Priest outside of GVG unless my opponent is using Dark Priest on me. I hate this card. This card is just the fun police and it just makes other Warlock players just really annoyed and really sad. So I try my best not to use it unless it's a guild setting. Yeah, I will usually use Hydra. So yeah, please be a nice guy. If your opponent is not using Dark Priest, don't use Dark Priest. It just ruins the fun for everyone. Okay, Shield, JTB, Armor, Queen Medusa, just to counter Ragnarok set, but honestly not necessary, any card is fine. Cloak, 1 Harpy, 1 Ninetales, in case some random guy is using Maya or any form of Reflect. It just helps me not get one shot by Reflect. Shu, Moonlight Illusion, as I mentioned, it's 8% P damage reduction, 5% M damage reduction. It's really good. You should get it to 3-star no matter what. If you care about PvP, that is. Second card, Sylph. It's also a bit of P damage reduction. It helps with your wind resistance, which is very nice. And of course, movement speed. Although movement speed is kept in Loki. Accessories, same thing I always use. Everyone's favorite, 3 Wraiths and 1 Lady. And that's it for PvP cards. PvP costume, I'm using this Flaring Crown. Yeah, I've just been switching between this Flaring Crown and the water set, water ball. If not, I will use Orchid Whisper. But yeah, I've been just playing around, seeing which one I like the most. Still in the midst of testing this one. Doesn't seem too effective honestly, but you know what, I'm going to keep it on for the time being, because the Smeldon actually leaves the fire on the floor, so it triggers more water balls and all the nonsense flying on my character essentially. Christmas box, probably outdated, don't know what else I should change it to. Mouthwear, I don't know what the hell this is. White Orchid, seems like it's just a reduction mouthwear. Yeah. Backwear, Bunny. I know not everyone has Bunny, but there are a lot of good backwears for PvP. so I don't think Bagware should be worried about too much. And this is the Sky City costume, the one that I put. Not the greatest, in fact I think it's pretty trash, but I don't really have much costumes that I believe to be very good in PvP, so Sky City costume it is. As you can see, I've not been tweaking my build that much or playing around with PvP as much because no Nether Force 4 and lag from Europe. Hey, someone join me on the carousel. Okay, for PvP, go to equips, Thanos, here's my stats, shield, Valkyrie shield, rank grief set, rank grief set, rank grief set. Accessories are on Power of Dawn. I'm pretty sure I'm using this in the last video just for bonus M damage, and crucially the 10% ignore M def on the ring. Okay, and costumes I went over just now. PvP cogwheels, Core Overload, sorry, not Core Overload, Core Overload is not important. Element Insight Protocol, very important. Next on my list that is very important is Holy Light Shield, which has been a staple since the start of the game. Next one, which I feel is a must-have for Warlocks, is Energy Acceleration Effect, especially if you do not have Nether Force 4. This is generally your only way of recovering SP if your potions are not on cooldown. So yeah, Energy Acceleration is a must-have for me. Enchants, same as my PvE, not that strong. Beacon 8, I think I only have one Beacon 9. I swear I had M attack 8. Okay, M def, M damage, Magic Boom, Vid, M def, P def, P def, Magic Boom, PvP technique, and level 9. Nebula, honestly, everyone has a different build for Nebula. I don't believe there is one right build for Nebula, but definitely some may be more effective than others. Mine is probably at best mid tier. I don't tweak that much with it, but feel free to copy. Yeah, I just level up the classes I hate the most. Honestly, with the release of Suno, I think you can reduce damage taken from Ranger and probably put it into somewhere else like genetic, because there's still quite a lot of genetics running around, although they don't do that much damage. Or you can even increase your element skill damage reduction. I don't think level 5 Sagittarius is necessary, but this is what it is for now for my character's PvP Nebula. Feathers, 1 tier 10, 2 tier 10, 3 tier 10, and 7 more tier 8s. So God bless, that's gonna be a while. Probably, hopefully, by the end of the year, this will be done. Mount equip, M damage over here, PvP damage, PvP ward, and medium. Nexus, same thing as just now. I think I already mentioned, just PvP damage on everything, PvP damage reduction on everything, PvP ward over here. Card deck, minor protection, major prophecy, counter attack. Major prophecy ideally will be swapped out for major protection over here. Major protection, but who knows if I ever buy an Elder card or if I ever drop an Elder card. Don't really feel like buying an Elder, so yeah, that's my card deck for PvP. So far, I'll go over later. Nightingale, same as my PvE. Mount, same thing. Anima, exact same. Trove, also don't really change. I don't have much resources for Anima. So I think I need to go over my Soul Force. So in PvP, I am using Chimera 16. Finally got it to level 15. I think in the last sign-in event that gave 1 red SF. I got it to level 15 back then. And yeah, honestly I don't feel the damage difference, but may just be because I didn't test it. And I'm pretty sure it's good at level 15 because it does 50% increased damage against players with shield or PvP work. And in the other slots, I'm just trying to stack as much P damage M damage reduction as I can, or P damage M damage in general. So this is level 20, gives you 1.65 M damage, which is decent to level up considering that red soul keys are free. I should probably put in a yellow here, but this is only 0.72. Nah, it's fine. For my PvE so far, I'm just kind of using whatever gives me damage. It's same setup as my PvP where I have the fire on everything that gives the flame arbiter a higher stat, and then in my 2 defensive, which is the earth and water, I have just placed all my fire and wind stuff inside. So yeah, that's my setup for Sophos. Medals. My medals are still very far behind. The old whales have been maxed out since God knows when, but yes, slow and steady wins the race. So yeah, here we go. Pets. Jenny 10, packed 14, Nemi 10, packed 9, Juan finally tier 8, soon to be tier 9. I need 390. I have 236, packed tier 6, Offload max packed. You can see my fake CP here in my assist pad. Miko tier 4, but already in my assist with tier 4 packed. Dunel packed level 16. And the reason I put Miko inside, I'm not sure if I explained this before, but a regular A pet gives 18 M attack. My Miko gives 20 M attack, and extra little bit of stats from the pact. Of course, the value of my Miko stats will go up as the tier increases, but I am not ever going to spend on pets ever again, so yeah, Miko will suffice for now. I could probably get more stats from just upgrading and opening my A pets and tearing up their pact, but honestly, I'm very lazy to redo my pets. My next pet that will be going in will be my Antasha if it hits tier 10 or tier 9, or honestly whenever it gives more stats than my A pets, but I usually only check once they get to like tier 8 or 9. Unless I get unlucky with my pulls and I hit Firelord first, I mean Go Samurai first, but this is a very long time down the future. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. So yeah, PvP sigils, I'm still using the same thing I've always been using: Courage Blessing, Divine Vessel, Soul Mark, Impale Tree. Once my Gale Break is level 4, I'm gonna put it in, and hopefully by then my Nether Force is also level 4, so Soul Mark can become Nether Force, and then I will be a happy man who is able to play PvP. So yeah, I think that's it for my account status right now. Title, I guess I'm not pushing for it. I need 9 and I have 7, so 2 more, but I'm only ever taking the king token that is on discount in this shop once a month. Nothing more than that, unless I'm buying a pop-up that has a king token. I refuse to fork out any nyans for king tokens because I feel it doesn't progress my character. As apart from PvP, it's purely PvP and does not benefit PvE at all. Like 10 M attack for what, 6k nyans? No thank you. But I must say it looks very nice, so that's why I'm buying the one a month. I'm not sure if you noticed, but my character growth has been slowing down a lot. If you can see from my rebate, I have yet to hit 800k, and I don't think I'll stay within budget for 820k this year, but hopefully I do. And yeah, who knows how long more this game will survive, but I will definitely continue to play, or at least do my dailies. And yeah, I'll see you guys next month or whenever my next video is out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.